well enough, right?
This is being recorded by the host participant. Got it, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, before you start talking, you see how you can see my face pretty well?
Yeah.
Because the light is not behind me, but it's coming from the sides.
Yeah. I need light in front of me.
Do you not, maybe, can you turn down the one behind you?
No, I can't.
Is there an overhead light maybe?
Let me see if this one works. Hold on.
Okay, take your time. Take your time.
Let me see if this one works.
Yep.
I gotta get up.
Take your time.
Yeah. Look, I don't kill myself.
Yeah, that wouldn't be worth it.
No, this one doesn't work. This may be better. I don't know.
Oh, I think that's much better.
Yeah, but this may not last too long. Oh God, I'm slipping all over the place.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Here I am.
All right. Can you tilt the camera at all down a little?
No, I can't.
It's built into the screen.
I can't raise my seat and I can't
Okay. All right. No worries.
the computer.
All right. And the microphone is where?
Where? I got a microphone?
I guess that's built into the camera. Is the camera part of your screen? Are you on a laptop or a desktop?
A desktop.
And is the camera part of the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you can't adjust. Okay. All right. So what I would say is whenever your face looks a lot better, except you're still not smiling. So whenever
I'm
you're
smiling.
ready, whenever you're ready,
Yes.
just start talking for, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe.
I'm Florence Rosenberg.
Okay, stop. I won't interrupt you, but when you do that, I can't see your chin anymore. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't stretch like that.
Oh.
But I can't raise myself any higher.
You can't move the screen at all. You can't grab it.
No, I can't touch the screen.
Oh.
And right. I have a booster on my chair.
Well, if you do it like this, you're fine. But if you let your chin fall, then you're below the screen.
I'll try to stretch like this.
Okay, go ahead. Take one.
I'm Florence Rosenberg, daughter of Gussie Bernstein, who is the daughter of Anna and Abraham Bernstein. I am a cousin to Seymour and Freddie Bernstein. Well, I am here to welcome everyone to the Passover Seder. No, to where?
To the get together in October.
I am here.
We're calling it the Bernstein Family Reunion.
I am here to welcome everyone to the Bernstein Family Reunion, Bernstein Circle Reunion. And I am awfully happy to see everyone here and refamiliarizing with each other. We're a great family with wonderful things. We've reached the highest point of the mountain and the deepest depths of the ocean and every place in between. And I hope you all enjoy yourselves. I have pictures of our last reunion done almost 15, 20 years ago. And I have them out on the table and you can see yourself as babies. And I hope that we'll keep up this reunion every single year and get to know and enjoy each other. Welcome.
All right, that'll so I'll edit it and I'll chop out the pieces.
How was that?
That was perfect. That was perfect. I'm hopefully I'll be able to, yeah, now you don't have to stretch your neck. I'll be able to grab the pieces from what you just did.
Yeah.
I talked in between a little and
edit it.
And I'll edit
No,
it.
I have news for you, Stephen. When I think of our family, our grandparents coming to this country in 1901, and we have grandchildren like Ingrid's son who climbed Mount Everest, and then Irene's son, Greg, who was a deep sea diver and went to the depths of the ocean. What other family can boast something like this?
There might be a couple, but not many.
Not many. We've gone to the top, to the bottom and everything. And look at Kobe and Nika reunited in Berlin.
That's wonderful.
Isn't that marvelous?
Yeah, well, I hope the war next door ends soon.
Oh my gosh. That's,
I know.
I want to think of it. I feel like crying for my grandchildren, my children. By the way, I became a great grandmother.
I know this. Congratulations.
Yes, I have a little baby and her name is Florence.
I know.
And Jacqueline is Sphatic.
Oh, wow.
And Sphatic people name it after the living.
Right.
All right. So
I'd heard there was some kerfuffle about it, but I'm totally.
No. At first I was a little upset, but then she loved me so much to want to name her after me. I'm not going to complain.
No, it's
It's
an
honor.
The beauty is that you get to enjoy the honor while you're here.
Yeah. Yes, it's an honor, and I'm flattered.
Yeah, no, no, for sure.
And who else did I speak with? I speak to Natalie ever so often, but the last time I spoke to her, she sounded a little schwach, but she's still living in Riverdale with an aide, where she's always lived. And
I know you talked to Gail, because I guess Gail reached out to Sheldon and his kids in California.
I talked to Gail you mean Gail in Colorado? Yes. I speak to her quite often. Not quite often, but I speak to her frequently. She's really gung-ho on all this.
No, she's been a tremendous, we wouldn't be able to do this without her.
She's marvelous.
And I keep reminding her how special it is that for someone who felt like rejected by the family, she's out reaching out to people and bringing them back in.
Well, she wasn't really rejected. Nobody knew very much about her.
Well, she felt that way, right? She felt that
we didn't know. I never knew. And as a single girl, they never wanted to tell me.
Well, right. And that's
the point about me.
Yeah. No, but the fact that she's been spearheading, bringing the family together is a really, I mean, we're very lucky to have her amongst us.
Yes, she's wonderful. So. She really is. She's really into this in a big way.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's
and consider that she has to take care of Mark. I mean, he's his problems.
I know.
It's not easy for her.
I was visiting them the day he had the electric staircase put in.
Oh, really?
That was 2019.
So you visited them.
When I did a road trip to Yellowstone of 11,000 miles in 2019, just before the pandemic.
So I don't know who that is, but whoever it is, it's David. I forget. David, I'll call you back. I'm speaking to Steve on the computer. All right. Bye. I'm alive. Okay. Righto. Bye. Send regards.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You look good. You're feeling better.
very much. But I had a rough ordeal for almost 3 months.
I heard.
A lot in and out of hospitals. I really didn't think I'd last.
Well, I'm glad you have a very
I'm walking.
you have a very strong will to live, and it's a inspiration
Well,
for the rest of us.
well, I take after my mother, I suppose.
Right.
Lived to 104.
I remember.
That way, I want to be in better condition than that.
I was at your mother's 100th birthday party. I remember.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We have a lot of 100-year-olds here, Stephen. How
I
are you doing?
Good. I'm busy with work. Things are a little better there.
Things are picking up.
Well, I've been able to I didn't want to, but I had to raise my prices.
Yeah, naturally, with what's happening.
Yeah, but my customers are sticking with me, and I'm just hanging in. I mean, I have a tremendous amount of work to do in the house, as you.
Oh, you're in Mom's house.
Yeah, I stayed here. I didn't sell it.
Parkway there.
Pardon?
Right off the highway there, the parkway. Oh,
That's right.
light went off already.
It's okay. We did all the recording.
Yeah.
I have all the recording.
Uh-huh. The lights here are erratic. I have to have them rewired in some way.
Oh, all right. Well,
my lamps, anyhow.
If you ever need help like that, I'd be happy to come over and take care of it. Now that we don't have to wear masks all the time, and
no. Well, I've been cleared. How about you? Have you had your 3 shots or what?
So I had my booster on around Thanksgiving. So I'm 4 months into it. So I figure next month I'll probably, if they still recommend it, I'll probably get the second booster.
Oh,
well, so I've had three of 4.
When I was in the hospital, I had the 3 shots, the 2 shots and the booster. I still got COVID in the hospital.
Ugh.
I entered the hospital without it, came out with it.
I didn't realize that. I thought you got it at Cedar Crest and
no, I got it in the hospital, Morristown Hospital.
Morristown. You didn't go to the one nearby.
The second time I went to the one in Chilton.
Chilton, yeah.
I went to Morristown.
Oh wow! And you got it.
And I went to Chilton. And when I went to Chilton, they told me I had COVID. But when I went, I got it in Morristown. What happened is I filled up with 15 pounds of water. And they had to get that out of me, and I ended up with cellulitis. So they had to give me an antibiotic.
My dad almost got taken out by cellulitis. And when I heard that, I was very concerned for you. But David told us kind of after you already had it and recovered.
Yeah.
Cellulitis is no joke. That can take you out.
Yeah, I was on intravenous. And then I ended up with diarrhea because of the antibiotics. And they couldn't the diarrhea. I went back into the hospital.
I'm glad you're done with
it. What a fiasco.
Well, you're strong. You're a strong
woman. It really
woman.
was.
Glad you're done with this.
Yeah.
So
I'm so glad to see you, by the way. It's so nice. If one thing, I don't know how to use this Zoom, but I'll tell you, it's wonderful. It's like a visit. You came to visit me.
I did, although I can come in person too.
But you could come in person, but right now you're here to visit me.
And yeah, no, it was
marvelous.
Do you see your face big or mine?
I see your face big, and I see mine on top.
I see the opposite because I wanted to see you for this recording.
Yeah.
So
I see, but I'm now in shadow because the light went off.
Yeah, no, this is, I got what I needed for the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're
Now,
good.
where are you going to play this? Is that at the Seder?
No, so I'm going to be sending out an email that Ingrid wrote up. So what we decided is, remember how about a month ago, maybe,
Yeah.
we sent out an email from the Bernstein Family Association to
Yeah.
everybody. So we're just going to send about every month a reminder. And with this one, we decided let's send two videos, one from one of the newest Bernsteins and one
Yeah.
from one of the most
The oldest
experienced,
Bernstein.
one of the most experienced Bernsteins.
Yeah.
So in this email will be links to both these videos.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
We'll probably upload them to YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
I got to edit it and then I can upload it, and it's all good.
I'm trying to get a ride to the Seder on the 16th, on Friday.
You need a ride?
The Seder.
You said you need a ride?
Now I'm trying to get a ride.
From who?
Driver. And I have to see if he's capable of driving. There's always Uber. There's Uber. There's Lyft, because David doesn't have a car.
I know you would drive yours when you had one.
Yeah, when I don't have a car.
What about Alan? Alan's all
the way down in Belmore. It takes hours to get here. He's down at the shore now.
Shit, I got to pick up my brother and yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I'm going to get it's either Uber, Lyft, or go grandparent, or my driver George.
All right. I mean, I would imagine Jay or someone could pick you up.
No. Don't bother them. I might need a ride home. I don't know.
Well, if you need a ride home, I'll take you, because that's easy.
Yeah. If I don't know how long I'll last. I mean, I'm going to be 97 this year.
Oh, that's true.
If you know what that means. I don't have the strength that I had.
All right. Well, make sure you get lots of sleep in the next week before.
And but David and Lily and Eva coming home with me on a Friday night. So they're staying here for Saturday.
Oh,
having a second Seder.
Who is?
Cedar Crest.
Oh, and they'll stay with you for that, the three of them.
They're having a second Seder.
So then how are they going to get to Cedar Crest?
I don't know how, but I don't know how they're bad. I'm not asking any questions.
Yeah, how are they getting to the Seder?
Be there. They have to get to the Marriott on their own.
Well,
it's their business.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm more than happy to offer you a ride back to Cedar Crest when you need, but I don't have room. Oh, well, if
we'll be 4 people.
I was going to say, I can take the 4 of you and then go back to the hotel and take my brother.
No. I'll get a ride somehow or other. We'll manage to get a ride.
All right, if something screws up,
if something screws up, then I'm not going to sleep at the Marriott. Believe me.
Right. You don't want to.
I do have a good driver, but he is so inundated with customers here.
And that is Good Friday as well.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
All right.
And but I'm going to get to the Seder. I hope nothing happens and I'll be at the Seder.
No, you'll be there. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And at the Marriott.
Right. Okay, good.
It'll be like old times, except we'll be missing a few people.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a little sad.
That's when I miss Sonny and Shirley and my mom and Rob.
And well, I was very close to your father.
It's 20. He in 3 weeks he would have turned 100.
100. Well, he was 5 years older than me.
1922. It's
1925. I thought he was. Wait, Sonny, you're talking about?
No, Sonny was 5. Sonny would be 102 now. My dad.
Wait, Sonny was 5 years older than me. All right, except 100. And your father was a few years older than me.
Right, 3 years. Yeah.
He took. You don't know that your father took care of me. You don't know. I was to Freddie.
I've heard this from you. I never heard this from him.
I have a picture of Freddie and myself at the beach.
You showed me that. When we visited you there,
Yeah.
when were we there? Well, oh, when we had the dinner, when Gail was
Yeah.
in December.
You saw the picture then.
You had me take a picture of it and I posted it on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it.
And everyone was asking, where'd you get
like my brother? He was like my brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Your father was my brother.
He's a good guy, but it's
sort of him as my brother.
It's crazy to me that it's over 20 years.
Time, I want to cry, but I don't want to. Time goes very, very fast.
It does.
Why is it?
I'm turning 60 this year. My dad was always 40 years older than me. I'm turning 60 in August.
Well, Alan is 60.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. I'm young. What is this 60 crap?
Alan is 60, Burton is 62, and David is 64.
Oh, right. Burton's the youngest.
But
right.
Alan's a grandpa.
That's one thing he's got on me. I'm an honorary great grandfather.
Grandpa. An honorary.
I'm an honorary great grandfather because the boy I met in the Big Brother program, who was 7 when I met him, he's 42 this year.
Yeah, so he became
he became a grandfather at 38.
Yes. 38.
They're Puerto Rican.
Oh,
they do everything. They're Puerto Rican. They do everything early.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm the kid's honorary great grandfather.
Jacqueline and Matt and the baby may come to the Seder for an hour or two early and leave early.
Okay.
They may. It depends how things are.
I'm thinking of making Bella's matzo balls and sneaking them in.
That was oh boy. You have the recipe?
Max and Bella.
Max's
wife, Bella. Yeah, it was the only
Max's
night.
Wait, Max's wife.
Not
Bella,
your Max.
My Aunt Bella.
My Max. Your Aunt Bella, right.
My Aunt Bella's.
Right.
I gave Alan, he came over here Sunday and he was making haroshas. I said, you can't make it that early. So he took my processor and he got all the stuff and he's making the haroshas. Because I'm in a walker. I can't sit with a walker and mix things and clean,
No. Yeah, no. And you're right.
So he's making the haroshas.
You're right. You don't want to do it a week before. That doesn't work.
Yeah. So I gave him all the paraphernalia. I says, you go make it, and he's bringing it up.
If I make 40 matzo balls, it'll be Friday morning when I do it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I have. It was.
I hope you have good luck with them because half the time they bounce.
No. This is the
I
recipe
know.
my mom used her whole life, her married life, and she gave it to me, and I've made it a few times. Do you remember in 2018 we had the Seder at Cedar Crest?
Yeah.
And the matzo balls were strictly forbidden, but I brought them in anyway. Oh. And people were eating them without soup. They were so good. So yeah.
Yes, I can.
I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna. If I have the time, I'm gonna try and do it again.
Oh.
I also have visitors showing up Friday that I have to leave the key for because I'm gonna be in New Jersey with all of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're coming for a few days and yeah, so.
How's the house coming along?
Slowly, too slowly. Because
it was a beautiful house though.
Yeah, and it was in, it was in good condition before, and it's still in good condition. But I need lots of things and it's very expensive.
It's an old house. It has to be, the electricity has to be replaced and the windows and this and that.
I actually still have fuses, and my electrician, I'm hoping to get him to do it this summer to replace all the electricity, because I don't want to do renovations with an old fuse box. I don't want to have a fire. fires are most likely to occur during renovations.
Yes.
Erring on the, I had asbestos.
You gotta be careful with the wiring.
I had asbestos here, so I had to have the asbestos removed.
You had to
Because if
what?
I didn't, when the electrician was going to be working, he was going to be moving it around. So
Yeah.
I had to deal with that before I could even schedule him. So it's slow. It's slower than I want. And good workers are hard to find. And you get multiple estimates and they're all over the place. And you don't know who to trust. And, I put in a new furnace. I have a friend who helped me, and I found his plumber who's been fantastic. So I had to replace the furnace after 30 years. But I need to do the windows. That's a big one.
Yes.
And I don't want to, and
understand.
I make it harder because one of the rooms in the house has these very special wooden windows, which I want to restore. I don't want to just replace with
Which room?
The room I'm in now, the den.
The den on the back.
This window behind the back of the house. This window.
To the back of the house.
Yeah, the window behind these shades.
Yeah.
There's 10. They're
big.
big.
Where are you sitting? Where are you sitting right now? You're sitting in the den.
I'm in the den, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the wooden walls and I remember the lamp.
Yeah.
Remember all that stuff. Good.
Well, it's one of the few lamps that I've kept.
Yeah.
I gave away a lot of stuff.
Your mother had an awful lot. What do you do with clocks?
I kept all the clocks and I had a bunch of my own.
So
there's even more clocks now.
Oh, more clocks.
There's more clocks now, yeah.
More clocks.
But I've done these fancy things with all the lights. It's all on the computer. My air conditioners are on the computer. My thermostat is on the computer.
Well, that you can do.
I'm putting in these shades I'm replacing with motorized ones that I can put on a schedule to go up in the morning to let the heat in the winter, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff I enjoy. It's easy for me to do. But like under these carpets that are very soft, these carpets are 54 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta go. I know they're not.
I know.
But they gotta go. The floors under these carpets are unbelievably beautiful. I've been in my neighbors' houses, and they've shown me what's under the carpet.
And they're really walnut, heavy mahogany or walnut floors.
It's 7/8 clear oak, and it's a parquet floor.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this fancy pattern around the fireplace. My parents, my mom and my grandma, they never used the fireplace. I've been using it nonstop. I love the thing. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. So.
What would you have a good flue to get all that stuff out?
Oh, that was the first thing I did was have it clean.
Clean out the flue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's an example. So I had the flue cleaned out. In a house like this, there's two big tubes, one that goes to the fireplace and the other that goes to the furnace in the basement. So the guy is up on the roof with like a test tube cleaner, and he's pulling in the. When the plumber came to replace my furnace, he said to me, "Your vents in the basement were totally clogged because the guy who swept your chimney pushed all the dirt down here and didn't bother to clean it out." He said, "You could have died in a fire or carbon monoxide poisoning." So here I thought I did the right thing by getting the chimney swept.
Stephen, when you hire someone to come into your house to do work, you've got to be your own engineer in the long run.
You're right. And that's
why I follow them through.
I'm proceeding slowly.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing into anything. I have lead paint everywhere. If I had let Anderson come in 3 years ago when I first talked to them, they would have left me with windows with lead paint that would need to be remediated when I sell the house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I know how to deal with the lead paint. So now when I put in windows, I know the right way to do it. and I have to insist on it. But these companies, they don't care. And Anderson, they quoted me like $70,000 to do all the windows. You'd think for $70,000
they know what they're
not
doing, but they
screw you,
don't.
but they don't care.
I didn't use Anderson windows when I did my porch. Someone recommended a company in Caldwell.
Well, the markup is insane.
Yeah, and because when Max built the porch,
Yeah.
and each segment was not exactly 3 feet wide, 4 feet wide.
Right.
It was like 5 feet 2 inches, 4 feet 3 inches. You know, wherever the studs went, he put up. Sure. And so I couldn't use Anderson because they wouldn't build them custom made.
Yeah. So well, now they'll take your money. Now
they don't. So I had a company come in and he fit them in perfectly.
Yeah, no, I've talked to a number of different companies, and I'm still not decided. The friends that are coming the weekend of Passover, they built their house in Vermont from scratch. So he's going to look around and tell me what he thinks. Because sometimes the advice of someone who's been through it before is worth way more than some company coming in and taking your money. So again, I'm proceeding slowly. I'm not rushing into things. I just want it to be done. I just like to snap my fingers and have it all done.
The classic thing, Stephen, I have a drain. I had a drain going on the side of my driveway. The dip from the drain to the driveway was very, very slight.
Right.
And we had a plumber come in to put the drain in. I go out and I look at the drain and I look at it and I have a what's that thing that big with the little red thing in the center, you have a like it's a ruler and it has a plumb thing, the red thing. And I put that on that drain and the red bubble is going to my house.
Oh dear.
And it's supposed to drain to the street. Right. I call Max. He says, "You're crazy. He can't be doing that." I says, "You better get your butt in here home fast," because he's not listening to me.
Right.
I said, "I use the plumb line at the what do you call it?"
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
House.
So it was pitched wrong so that the water would go towards your house instead of towards the street.
Yeah, and he's telling me, here's what he told me. It's fine. When it fills up down at the bottom, then it will start going further down. And I said, when it fills up at the bottom, it's going to go back up here and back into my house.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you're talking about with these people. You really, and bigger women, they don't listen.
Right. No, when after Dad died, Mom used to say that we had an agreement because Mom was all there. So she would just say, "I'm sorry, any decision over $250, I have to ask my children first."
That's right.
And so they would realize they're not gonna rip her off. So and when we had work done, I would find the workmen.
Yeah.
She could not.
He knows has a little bit of common sense.
Sure.
Time.
No, my mom could not have survived in this house if I wasn't able to take care of the house stuff with her.
Yeah.
Because after Dad, it was just too much. Really, after Linda died, it was just too much. So,
yeah.
But it, I live a few miles away. It was no big deal, and it allowed her to stay in the house till the end, which was really important to her, as you know. So
the other problem we have is taking care of the cemetery. Did Alan ever speak to you about that?
Well, now that Raphael is gone, we're at the mercy of, you remember Raphael Butchbutt?
Yes, I certainly do.
Sonny was very close with him. Once he was gone, there was nobody there that seemed to give a crap anymore.
No.
But I mean, the plot is fine, isn't it? Or the tombstones sinking.
Well, Alan had the tombstone. The footstones was with so much fungus, you couldn't read them. They were black.
Yeah, they said, and Jay and I were going to do it, but we never got around to it.
You
Just bring it.
couldn't do it. You had to use acid to clean it off.
Oh, really?
Yes. So Alan had them clean it off. Cost them quite a bit of money. I don't know what it cost them.
Did they do it good? Do you know?
Yeah, he said they did a good job.
Okay, I haven't been there. Oh, okay.
But that cost a lot of money. Then they had to straighten out a few stones.
Yeah.
So have enough money to carry that cemetery plot.
No, it's true. It's true.
We've got to do something about getting enough money for that.
That's why
That I spoke to Alan about.
this whole reunion in part is to, I mean, I've been very insistent that we don't harp on the donations between now and the reunion. But once we're at the reunion, we got to let everybody know that this is how it works and this is how it continues.
Yeah.
And look, the more people involved, the easier it'll be. So we'll
a couple of $1,000 cleaning up those stones.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Good couple of $1,000.
I have no doubt.
Those stones.
Sure.
So they're clean now. You can read the names. You can see what's happening. And the one stone, I think grandma fell over. They had to lift that up again.
Well, one of them was leaning, I remember.
Bleeding?
Yeah, it was starting to lean a little.
Oh, leaning. It fell down.
Ugh.
One fell down.
It fell down years ago. Something fell down recently?
Recently. Yeah, he picked it up. Yeah. Just recently it fell down.
I need to take a
drive. A year ago, 2 years ago.
Oh, I haven't been there.
Yeah.
I haven't been there during the pandemic.
No, he picked that up and then he blasted the other stones. So we need the names on it. But we have to do something about taking care of that cemetery. And they're not going to buy another cemetery plot. That's it.
Oh, really? Once this is it, that's it?
We talked about getting another area, but people don't want to be buried there anymore.
Why is that? I mean, I know personally, I'm going to break the rules like I always do and be cremated.
You're going to be cremated, I understand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I.
Well, Linda is there, though.
I was going to say because she didn't tell us otherwise.
Yeah.
So we, and that was for my mom too.
Yeah.
She would be there. I presume my brother will be there. I mean,
we don't know who's going to be what. I know I have my spot.
Right. You have a reserved.
I have a reserved honor. And it's right behind Ruthie.
Right.
And I told Ruthie that she has to be good to me while she's alive.
Or you'll kick her in the head.
Kicking her in the head. She's not. I used to joke about that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad she's there next to my mom. So,
yeah.
So I have a connection to it because mom and dad and Linda are there.
Yeah, you have a connection to it.
And I always will. So as long as I'm around, it'll be a concern of mine. So don't worry.
So that's I spoke to Alan about that because he's now in charge of it. He's the treasurer. I don't know what he has a job.
Yeah.
And he went to the cemetery and took care of that at least.
That's good.
And so that he showed it to me, and you can see the names of everything. Because when I was there, Liz, you couldn't see any of it. It was all black.
I know it was getting kind of bad.
It was all fungus.
Yeah.
And it had to be taken care of.
We'll keep tabs on it. I mean, as you know, when you look around the rest of the cemetery, some of those plots looks like they haven't been touched in 50 years.
That's right.
And I would prefer that we don't turn into that.
Yeah.
At least not for another 100 years, at least,
Mm-hmm. Well, what can I tell you?
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much.
I'll see you in a week and a half or so.
I'll see you in less than a week and a half, a week and 2 days.
Yeah, I have to get a driver.
All right. Well, if you get stuck, call me.
Yeah. Well, I think I can always get Uber, or they have Uber, Lyft, and GoGo Grandparent. I'll try all three of them.
You might end up paying a premium because it's the holiday.
So? What else?
Then, yeah, don't be surprised.
I
All right,
know.
dude. Thank you again for doing this.
All
And
right. And
we'll talk
I
soon.
thank you again for doing this. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Hopefully I do a good job of editing. It's nice
Oh
with
yeah,
those.
make me sound like I don't know, Hedy Lamarr. I don't know who you want me to sound like.
No, you were perfect. You were perfect. It was all good.
Okay.
Way
Take
better
care.
than the other ones. So we're in a good place.
All right.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye.
Good night. And
Bye.
thank you again.
My
All
pleasure.
right, now what do I do? How do I turn this off?
I'm hitting the end button. You'll just close it.
You go in and I'll just close.
Okay. Bye.